Come on in, Gemini. Let's do your energy forecast looking at the week ahead. Hello there. My name is Intuitively, and yeah, I do the energy forecast on a weekly basis here for the various zodiac signs, and I am currently working on the sign of Gemini, and it is for the week of October the 1st through to the 6th. Now, today is September the 30th as I'm recording these, and you can see I'm wearing my orange t-shirt. This is in recognition of the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation here in Canada. I'm further wearing my red dress earrings, which are symbolic of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls here also in Canada. So I strongly encourage you, if you're not familiar with either of these, to please do look them up. We have a National Center of Truth and Reconciliation. Go on there. You can read about the report that was done. You can read the stories that tell the truth of the Indigenous peoples of Canada, and really be able to hear the truth in their words, right? Which brings us then to the reconciliation aspect of it. So I consider myself an ally, and I'm not of Indigenous heritage at all. In fact, I am whiter than bread according to my DNA, but my children absolutely are. So my two oldest boys, their birth mother identifies as Indigenous. She's of Indigenous heritage, and so my oldest boy identifies as Cree. My middle son identifies as Métis. My youngest son, call him my son, but he doesn't live here with us full time. He is in the ministry's care. Different birth mom, although still a member of the family, as is the birth mom of my oldest boy. So really kind of interesting, intriguing little tale there that maybe I'll share with you a little bit more sometimes. But in the meantime, please do familiarize yourself with the Truth and Reconciliation Report, the 94 recommendations that have been brought forward that have been largely ignored by the Canadian government, and the story of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls of Canada, because it too is important. So all of that said, you're going to go follow and do up your homework here, and I'm going to get on with your energy forecast. So I'm going to start with The Universe Has Your Back, and that card is going to be your overarching thread of energy through the entire week ahead. And again, it is the week of October the 1st through to the 6th. So for your overarching energy for the week ahead, we have, come on, is that one card or two? There we go. Sorry. We have for you attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Okay, so let me read that again. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help, right? So if you feel that you are separated and alone, it is an illusion. For one, I don't believe we are ever alone. We are born with a beautiful divine team of protectors and guardians, and a cheerleading section amongst them. And so they're here for our greatest and highest good always, but we have to call them in. We have to work with them. We have to get to know them. We have to put our trust and faith in them. And when we do that, one, we don't feel like we're alone, because we never truly are. Again, it's an illusion. Two, they can help us to feel connected again, right? By showing us the way forward so we don't feel so alone, because at the end of the day, we're hardwired for togetherness. We're hardwired for connectedness amongst us as human beings. So let's work toward that oneness, shall we? By understanding that the fear and the judgment and all that is a narrative that we have going on in our head that isn't necessarily true, because fear is a liar, right? So let's start from that premise and work our way forward. Now let's break it down a little bit more for you, Gemini, and see what the cards have to say. So for the beginning of the week, you are being asked to believe in the magic. Yeah. So journey by moonlight. Now, when the early explorers, in fact, including those that colonized this country and tried to, kill out the First Nations, the Indigenous peoples of this country. Separate story. Back to the forecast. Travelers in the days of old, and still now, have to travel by the stars. We align ourselves with the stars. When you get down to it, GPS exists because we understand that we are using the stars to move us forward and guide our journeys, right? And they've just harnessed that into technology. So you're just being asked to journey by moonlight, which for us really means following the stars. which, break it down a little bit, is following your intuition, leaning into that magic that is the universe around us, and putting your trust and faith there, calling in your loved ones for a little bit of guidance for that oneness, and then moving through with trust and faith. All right. And then you want to clear up the past, right? Heal your present. And we do that with that rejuvenating rain. Water of any sort is a cleansing, right? Whether you're talking standing out in the rain, standing in your shower, having a bath, being near a river, a creek, the lake, the ocean, they're all very cleansing in our energy. And I would encourage you to take some cleansing time for yourself this week, particularly with the energy of this full moon, which is here to allow us to release in a very fulsome manner. So harness that energy for yourself. Think of some sort of ritual or ceremony that allows you to release some of the narrative that you've got going on in your head with regard to fear, pain, judgment, and the like. All right. And then how are you going to wrap up your week? Yeah, traveling lightly. That does, in fact, mean that you're letting go of all of those things that no longer serve you, whether they're in your actual physical environment or if they are in that mental environment of yours or the emotional environment, right? So we're going to travel lightly by simplifying our lives, right? We get things as human beings, we make it so damn complicated all the time. And really, this is a moment just a simple way forward, right? Leaning on our intuition, leaning on that inner guidance, leaning on our inner GPS to guide us forward through those rejuvenating, life-affirming rains. The water is life, right? And then we're going to overcome any fears. We're going to stop worrying about what other people think of us or the judgment that might come along with us. Hell with them. You can't live your life like that, people. And you're going to take a moment in this Gemini to now head on over to the National Center of Truth and Reconciliation to see what I'm talking about, wearing this orange t-shirt, recognizing that every child matters, wearing the red dress earrings, recognizing the story, the truth in those stories of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls of Canada. All right. Take care. Blessed be. I'll see you all back here next week. Please do hit the notification button so you can go have a look at my other videos coming up and where I share my take on this day and how I'm connected to it personally. And then, hit the like, share, and subscribe maybe, and share me with your friends. All right. Blessed be. I love the fact that this page is growing in subscribers and viewers, and I count you amongst them. So again, I thank you. I'm honored. Blessed be one and all. Intuitively signing off.